Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Life is such a sweet insanity. The more you learn, the less you know. In the heart of every family, there's a love that starts by letting go. Step by step and day by day, reaching out along the way. Hand in hand, we face our fears together through the years. We get closer through happiness and tears, and in our hearts we share the laughter and the sadness, a special kind of happiness together through the years. Life is such a sweet insanity. It's nice to know your friends are near. In the heart of every family, there's a love that's waiting there for you through the years.
Wow. I have no memory of that show. And you might not either, whoever's listening to this. But that was the theme to the Hogan Family. I remember when I was a kid, it used to be syndicated. It used to play on TV every day. And I just remember the opening, really, but I didn't remember the song in the opening. I just remember yellow colored font, the wholesome credits of the family playing in the park and playing football, and it's just, it introduces you to a whole wholesome universe starring Sandy Duncan and Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman was on that show. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Welcome to Vent. Yeah. It's February 27th. There's only one more day in the month left after this, and I should be. Yeah. No. I should be. No, I am. I am looking forward to the next month. Yes. So that's where I'm at here. I don't know where you're at, but I'm looking forward to the next month. I'm gonna conquer some obstacles here. Yeah. Let me sip some water. Sound effects are unnecessary. Oh boy, we're just getting started here. Okay. Pausing. Okay. We're off to a great start, guys. We're off to an awesome start. Even if it's not awesome, I have to lie to myself and say it is. It's an awesome start. No sarcasm intended. Ooh. Or was it? I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to tell with me. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm not that hard. No, I don't think it's that hard. You should know when I'm being sarcastic. You all should. But, yeah, this is Vent. Nick R. Murphy. Here is me, Nick R. Murphy. And I'd like to welcome you all to the show, and it's great to see all of you. Yeah. All right. Oh man. Yeah, it's like, how obnoxious should I be with these sound effects, huh? Whoa! Yeah, that's annoying. But I'm using it wrong. It has to be well timed. I have to say something outrageous and then yeah. Yeah, it's like outrageous statement. Yeah, okay. All right, so what are we gonna do today? Well, after recording yesterday's show, I saw something posted about the legend, the legend, Kevin Smith had a near fatal heart attack. He had a massive heart attack. he had a total blockage of his LAD artery, and I don't even want to. Oh God, no. Oh, that word. I hate that word. Oh, artery. Oh, yeah. He had blockage, and he would have died that night, but a doctor, his heart surgeon, swooped in there and saved the man's life. And so Kevin Smith is still with us. At least I think so. I hope nothing's changed. Let's Google Kevin Smith and but I do want to get into the needless controversy that came about because of something Chris Pratt tweeted about Kevin Smith. He said he was praying for him. I believe in the power of prayer. Someone pray with me. And I'm like, yeah, let's pray. Why not? I've prayed before. I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I prayed before, and everything more or less worked out. So I guess I believe in the power of prayer as well. It's either prayer or resourcefulness or just blind luck. But maybe prayer can power those influences into your life. Who knows? It's a mystery of the universe. But yeah, there was a big controversy about that. Well, not really. I don't even think it's. Let's see. So he's still around, and that's awesome. He's recovering. Oh man, but every time I read about it, it makes my heart pound because man, I think that loss would hit me hard. Oh man, he's dead. Damn, man. Because I think as a filmmaker and a writer, I kind of relate to him the most out of pretty much anyone. Maybe he's not quite. He's had some hits and misses. He's not quite my favorite filmmaker per se, but he is the one I relate to the most. And so so I wish for him a speedy recovery, and I'm with Chris Pratt. We're praying for him. We're all the power of prayer, maybe the words were ill-timed with the whole thoughts and prayers sentiments going out the window in regards to mass shootings. But this is not a mass shooting. This is a man suffering a near-fatal heart attack, so we could pray for him, because there's not much we could do about his health. It's all in his hands and God's hands, if you do believe in God. Do you believe in God? Have you encountered the healing power of Jesus Christ? If you have, then congratulations. Congratulations. But yeah, But yeah, when I read that, I can't even think about it really because it's making my chest tighten up. Can't have that tension right now. Can't have that tension. I've had too much coffee. I'm 2 cups in. Oh boy. Yeah. It's like, let's look at the, no. Do I dare look at the headlines? Oh, oh no. Usually when I'm not recording this, I'll just find what's going on in the news or whatever. I got nothing else going on, but here it's like, miss me. Get out of my way. No. There's just what is there to cover? It's more gun news about the NRA, I suppose. But I'm not, I'm like, okay, I talked about that yesterday. Do we have to talk about the same shit every day? No, we don't need to talk about the same shit every day. No. Oh, here's something. I was curious about this. I haven't read up on this. I'm looking at movie news here. This is Joaquin Phoenix. They were talking about a couple weeks ago about Joaquin Phoenix being attached or in talks to be part of the standalone Joker movie, which will be completely non-canonical from the current canon that's currently unfolding, I think. I don't know. There's separate canons for Batman all unfolding at the same time now. There's Gotham, the TV show, which I don't think has anything to do with the DC universe of movies, and it's just like, how do you keep track? How do you keep track? It's just like different Batman related stories going on, and they're just all separate canons. It's like It's saturated with Batman. We even have Lego Batman movies that are not canonical with the other Batman movies that are also coming out, and it's cool. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Batman is awesome. Um, but they were gonna do a Joker movie, and they weren't gonna get Jared Leto back because I guess it's not canonical with the universe where Jared Leto is the Joker. And they were talking about. I remember Leo DiCaprio's name being name dropped at one point, but then it got really heavy with reports of Joaquin Phoenix being involved. But according to this headline on Birth Movie's Death, he has no goddamn idea what Joker movie you're talking about. Joaquin Phoenix has no goddamn idea what the Joker movie is. No way. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see. Oh yeah, Todd Phillips is gonna be making. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is more batshit than the Quentin Tarantino Star Trek movie. Todd Phillips, the director of The Hangover, and Marty Scorsese is executive producing, and someone's gonna be starring as the Joker. I don't know. I guess he reportedly became Todd Phillips' top choice to play Gotham's notorious crime clown. Let's see. What he asked him? They asked him about the movie. Joaquin Phoenix about the Joker movie. Like, well, what movie about the Joker? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's. It'd be really funny if he genuinely had no idea. That'd be so great. Like, what? Why are people talking about me playing the Joker? I'm not playing the Joker. It's like what is he gonna point to his cleft palate and ask people if they knew how he got this scar? I mean, come on. Oh, well, that was a low blow. Who cares? Oh man, it's like I do want to know how he got that scar. Actually, I do. I damn well do. Oh boy. But yeah, this is work, guys. I'm at it again. And the way I see it is, if this episode makes it, like any episode recorded, if it makes it onto YouTube, then that means I did my work for the day, because it takes so much time to do my other stuff while this is rendering. So if I make the time to go through this whole process and getting this video on here, I got a nice routine going. I got my discipline going. And it doesn't even matter what I talk about. But I had a lot of stuff I was going to talk about, and now it's like, I hate when I start, and it's just like, oh, it's eluding me now. I'm just wasting your time now. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's a bunch of crazy nonsense. But it's also a challenge, because I want a Monday through Friday show. Is that possible? If I time it right, it is. Is it practical in the grand scheme of things? Is it plausible? It's possible, but is it plausible? I don't know. It's like I'm already running out of steam. What do we got? We're 15 minutes in, and yeah, I could end the show early. Why not? I mean, I don't want to disappoint any of my fans, because the last video I did. It's doing really well. It's standing at current view count of 0 views. What? No views for yesterday's episode event. But I put Pickle Rick on the thumbnail, and there's still no views. I put Pickle Rick there. Why? Why is no one listening to my show? Why?
I'm Pickle Rick!
Fuck you, you ruined my show yesterday. No one's seen it. No one's seen it. But I was hoping there was still no views on the video. So I could do it, because if there was one view, it would have fucked up my joke. Like, oh no! 0 views! And that's fantastic. It's number 10 billion on trending yesterday's episode event, and that's great. Congratulations to me and my bottom feeding show. But it's like, yeah, I mean, if this were any other time in my life, I'd be like, what's the point of even doing this anyway? You know, what is the point of doing this anyway? No one's listening, no one cares. And you have to drill it into your head that it doesn't matter if no one cares. Because you gotta do it. You gotta do the work. It's there, you gotta put it out there. As an artist, and as a culture critic, as I pride myself on possibly being sometime in the near future, a social commentator of sorts, to be, you know, you have a responsibility to the craft of doing it, and it doesn't matter if anyone is paying attention or watching. I mean, that's how I operated as a screenwriter for so many years until people thought, you know, hey, this guy's really good, let's give him some work. You know, it's like you gotta do it for nobody except you. Right?
Ooh, he's trying!
Yeah, I'm trying. That's right.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, what a story. Buddy. This episode's gonna be a mess. And I don't care. Because now I know no one's listening. Or some people are. And it's awesome if you're listening. But, I'm just gonna keep it going, like, every day. Just post a new one. And, they're gonna be roughly the same length. And, I gotta push it past 30 minutes. But if I was doing an actual vlog or an actual video that I edited and shit, I would make it like 10 minutes. But since this is just me talking, with no clever edits worked in there, I just, just, hold on. Let's see. You see, I have no direction today. But it's fine. Because,
Do you know the way?
I know the way. I know the way.
Do you know the way?
I'm just, I'm just gonna put these dead memes on here. I'm just gonna make fun of dead memes the rest of the time. No. Why not? No. 99999. No. It's like, no. I have a responsibility here to be entertaining. I can't lean on my instant buttons for a quick punchline. Chewbacca agrees with me. So does the Inception bong. Yeah. How about you, Pickle Rick?
I'm Pickle Rick!
Shut up. You fucker. You ruined my show yesterday. Oh, boy.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Alright, this is... If I do this anymore, you're just gonna be all like... Right! But here's some... there was something specific I wanted to explore here. Like, what the meaning... And I was saving it for the show, and I needed to figure this out. I was going to go on a journey with you guys. I need to figure out what the hell this means. What the hell does bitch lasagna mean? Like, what's the bitch lasagna thing all about? I see it in memes often. It's some sort of meme. Bitch lasagna. What is it? I don't know. And I care enough to Google it. So let's Google this thing right now. Bitch, BICCH, lasagna. Right? Am I spelling it lasagna? I don't think I'm spelling lasagna right, but Google will correct me. Oh, it's a Bob's and Virginia. Okay, I get it now. How did I not put two and two together? Of course. That is it's Indian People's Facebook. I think that's what it's called. Let's see what Urban Dictionary calls bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna is a sexy lady that won't send Bob and Vagine even after you ask nicely. That bitch lasagna won't send me any Bob, even though I call her sexy like Rain God. What the fuck? Oh man, that stuff is so racist. It's so racist. But bitch lasagna, we figured it out, guys. We did it, and it only took 2 minutes. But there is some drama unfolding outside my house. There is some drama. A potential threat to the well-being of our car and family. There's a big tree outside, and a branch is dangling like a pendulum, and the wind is kind of pushing it, and it's going to snap off. It's going to snap off. And I thought maybe let's put a little personal goal in here. Maybe see if I can get this. There's nothing I can throw. It's so high up. There's nothing I can throw at this branch to make it just fall. But it's hanging by a thread. You know, it's like, geez, like where would it land if it fell? Where would it land? Let's see. Yeah, it would land like right. It wouldn't land. It would probably clear the car, but it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, it's not like our windshield would be right where it would fall, but part of our car might be. But yeah, it's dangerous. It's sharp. It could just, like, if a dog's underneath it and it falls, it'll just impale that pooch. It's so bad. But yeah, I was considering like throwing rocks at it to get it to fall, but you know, I don't think my aim is that good. I haven't thrown shit in a while, so maybe I'll just wait for it to fall, because it's gonna fall at some point. It's gonna fall, and you know. And then hopefully no one's underneath it when it does. And I'll be sure to clear it out of the driveway when it does. I have to keep an eye on it. And I'll give everyone more updates as it comes in. Branch Watch 2018. I'm your correspondent, Nick R. Murphy. Waiting for the branch to fall, guys. It's a countdown. This is a narrative thread that might be going on for a couple days, or maybe it'll be done tonight. Maybe the fucker will fall tonight. And we won't have to worry about this threat to our safety anymore, right? Tree branches are scary, because they're heavy. They can kill you. You can just crush you. Under the right one at the wrong time. Done. You're done. You're done, no. Alright, anything else? Any movie news related BS we can cover before the end of today's show? Rocketeer is coming back as an animated series. Don't care. Apple just picked up M. Night Shyamalan's next TV series. Don't care, but good for him. Well, I don't care. We'll see how the series goes. Yeah. The reviews are in for the Heathers TV show, the Heathers remake, based on the classic cult film with Winona Ryder and Christian Slater and Shannon Doherty. Shannon Doherty is back for this one. I don't know if she's playing the same character or if it exists in the same narrative universe as the original Heathers, but it's it seems to, it looks terrible. And if you watch the trailer, it is terrible. I'm not going to play it here because it's annoying as hell. It would just be a bunch of noise anyway, because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of noise. But it looked like they're advertising it like it's a movie, but it's a TV show or a limited series, whatever. I think it's just going to be a one-off season, I would think, because, how do you turn Heathers into a TV show? I don't know. I mean, like, characters have to drop dead like in every episode. And then you have to add new characters. Like, after you deal with all the movie characters, you have to add new characters, and maybe they die. I don't know. But it was a brain dead idea from the word go, and it looks terrible, and it just doesn't. It has like, what does what planet, what planet does this high school exist in where the outcasts are now the cool kids? It's like it kind of doubled down on that funny joke in 21 Jump Street where all the geeks were the cool kids now, but it was in a believable way. Here it's just like, oh, they're total. In any other reality, in any other high school, they would be the outcasts. But here, the fat girl, the black lesbian, and the gay cross-dressing dude, they're the cool kids now, and they run the school. It's like the jocks are the nerds now. Like, huh? Yeah, it's like we're gonna turn this culture inside out. It's like what's out is in and what's in is out. Gross. Oh, but yeah, so I'm not gonna be watching Heathers. I think is it actually, like, it's on, like, does Paramount have I guess Paramount has a streaming service or something? Either it's a streaming service or an actual channel. But I don't have access to that channel or whatever, if it's a streaming service or whatever. But there's all these shows come on here. There's a show that I'm actually interested in watching, Waco, about David Koresh, Branch Davidian cult. So I'm into. I would watch that maybe, if I was interested enough. But there's like other stuff too. I just like where did this come from, and when did Paramount suddenly decide to be its own Netflix? Everything's turning into its own Netflix now, and it's like it's eventually gonna turn into streaming cable packages, and that's what I guess the death of net neutrality signifies. You're gonna have to buy bundle packages of streaming services essentially, and it's just gonna be like. It's gonna be just like premium channels when you had cable and shit. But the way it is now, you usually have to pay, the companies directly. Like, you pay Netflix directly, you pay Hulu directly, you pay Amazon directly. But you would have. It sounds like that you would have to pay not only the provider of the content, but the service provider providing all the websites, apart from your actual internet bill. It's like you're paying for a separate bundle package to have all these things, maybe at a limited cost. I could see how they could try to pawn that off. That sounds like a possibility. And I think some people might think it's a good deal, even though they're getting screwed. Like, oh, it's like, we'll get a discount if we get the bundle package. But if we don't get the bundle package, we can't get these services separately? Or how much do things have to change in order to fit that model? There's too many things that would need to change. It would take forever for that kind of transition. And are these companies really gonna make that investment of time to just ease the consumer into a bad deal? I suppose. I'm sure it's been done before. If I look up, if I look through the economic history of the world, that's probably kind of what happened. It's like everything's just like a slow burn, economically speaking, when they try to change shit like that. And it's meant to confuse us, I suppose, and have that, what do they call it? It's some sort of, it's some sort of a meant, like, brain illusion. It's like an illusion you play on your mind. It's, I wanted to sound smart for a second! Am I still just dumb? Why can't I be smart like other people? Oh. Yeah, what is it called? Damn it. It's not the frequency illusion. That's something else. But that's another thing that really fucks with your head. I'll get into that in another episode. Yeah, so, tune in. Stay tuned for that. Because I have a lot to say about that. But this is not what I'm talking about right now. It's like when something, like let's say you do something a lot, but you don't think you do it that much. But then you look back and you realize how much you did it. And it could be anything. But you realize, I've been doing this for a while. It's become a total habit. It's like a regular thing for me. Like, when did this happen? I think addiction kind of works like that. It's like, oh, you drink once in a while, then all of a sudden you look back and like, man, I've been drunk a lot throughout my life. And it's like, man, it's some sort of law, cognitive law. And I don't even know how to Google what I'm talking about here. But they do, I know where they talked about it. They talked about it in that book, thinking, I want to say Thinking Fast and Loosely, Thinking Slow and Fast. I read it about 2.5 years ago. But yeah, it talked about like this phenomenon where, sometimes a passage of time doesn't register, and that's how, certain habits are created. And yeah, I will keep wanting to say frequency illusion, but that's something else. That's like when you find a word that you never heard before, and you find out what it means, and all of a sudden you start seeing that word everywhere. And it works like the same way with like, it happens all the time with like movies and TV shows. Like, I'll mention something, and then all of a sudden I'll like run into it or something related to that, and I'm like, I was just talking about that. And it's weird. It's like these weird coincidences. That's the frequency illusion. But yeah, it's like, where do I start with that? It's like, oh yeah, so to tie all this up in a little bow, that's basically what I think corporations try to do. It's like they just try to make all these little tiny little things routine. And so before you know it, years pass, and all of a sudden everything has changed, and you didn't even realize it because everything felt the same. It's kind of like the development of, like, a child. Like, I can speak from experience as a father. I remember just being around that baby all the time, and then she grew, she became a toddler, she started walking around, and then her hair grew, and she started fitting in bigger clothes, started going to school, and but every time I was around her, I was so used to how she was, but it was such a slow, gradual growth that it just felt like she's been the same the entire time. But then you look at pictures of those times, and you realize, oh man, that baby was such a tiny little baby. It's like, I can't believe that baby was around all the time. I was so used to having that baby around all the time. Now I can't even imagine having that baby around. It's so different now when you compared to when you have a 1-year-old and now you have a 4-year-old, and it's a weird illusion we play on ourselves. It's really weird, and that's how we get manipulated. It takes time to slowly and gradually change the programming. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't convince anyone in an internet argument to believe what you believe just because you wrote a long diatribe expressing your belief and the logic behind that belief and why it's right and why it's true, and you have all the facts. But no, it doesn't work like that. It's the little things. You got to do little things. And so little by little, the entire mind is reprogrammed. It takes forever. And that's what our corporate overlords, overlords and politicians are doing, to sound like a conspiracy theorist. And this is what corporations do. It's like, it's sneaky. It's sneaky as hell, and it takes a long time. It takes a long time and very minimal effort. But over time, the changes are made and the damage is done. So look out for that, guys. There's a lot of traps out there. So this is a public service announcement. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I gotta get back to work, guys. This is what? It's almost 2:30 now. I meant to record this a lot earlier. I'm gonna start recording in the morning so I can, get more on top of things in the afternoon. But that's my time, guys. You know what? I didn't give you any real outro music yesterday, and I felt bad about it, even though no one listened. But I'm gonna leave some now, so you guys can rest assured that you're going to get a an outro song. Yeah. All right, guys. This is Vent with Nick R. Murphy. It was February 27th, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Here's the outro from M83.